Hello everyone, my name is Kieran. Welcome to another Manchester United live stream. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the news that Marouane Fellaini has signed a new 2-year deal at Manchester United. A bit of Man United transfer news, a bit different from all the World Cup stuff, as it is a World Cup, a non-World Cup day. Today, obviously tomorrow the action gets back underway with two crackers, absolute brilliant games to start off the round of 16 with France versus Argentina and then Portugal versus Uruguay. It's going to be sick, going to be absolutely fantastic, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it as well. But tonight we're going to be talking about Marouane Fellaini. Now I do apologise that it's a bit later than usual. I did have some stuff to do today, but hopefully you guys will enjoy it anyway if you do watch it right now. If you don't, then, please leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Welcome Red Army MUFC, mate. Thanks for joining. He says, fuck's sake, I was hoping he'd leave. Well, I'll give my view on it in just a second as well, but I think that is kind of part of my view, but, he also says, I even heard Martial will leave and Fellaini will stay. What the actual fuck? Yeah, well, we'll get into it. We'll get into it right now. So, obviously, Fellaini has signed a new 2-year deal with Manchester United, keeping him there until 2020, which, I mean, some fans are going to be happy about, but most fans, like you, Red Army MFC, and probably some more people watching, aren't going to be too happy whatsoever. Now, obviously, for me, look, when he plays in the midfield, I think he's an absolutely shocking choice. Really is. I think there has not been a game where he's played midfield where I think he's played particularly well. I think the only place for Fellaini is causing problems on the other half of the pitch, getting into the box and causing problems from crosses and things like that. If he's not doing that, then really he should be nowhere near the Man United team. But if Jose Mourinho has signed him up with using him as an attacking threat in mind, then I don't mind it. But if he's going to be there to be in the midfield, I completely disagree with it. But yeah, that's where I stand on it. Obviously, I'm not sure if he's really upped his wages or anything like that. But he's come out and said things like, oh yeah, he thinks the club's going in the right direction under Jose Mourinho, things like that. So, yeah, I mean, look, we'll see what happens. But all we do know is Marouane Fellaini has signed a new deal with Manchester United. And, yeah, it would be interesting to get your thoughts on it. 2-year deal, obviously, so he will be at the club till 2020. So, I guess all of the rumours, all of the speculation saying that he was going to go to AC Milan, going away to Turkey somewhere, all of that's absolutely been dumbfounded. He's come out and he's signed the new deal. So fair play to him. Fair play to Marouane Fellaini. But as I said, it's your show. Leave your thoughts in the live chat, also in the comment section down below as well. Also, I hope the audio and things like that is alright. I can't, with the laptop I'm using, I can't use the... I mean, I could just take this out actually. Hold on. Yeah, as I said, you guys leave your thoughts in the live chat. My God, hammer, but we'll take the second chance. Who's off for the boys in green? Allez, allez. Right, here we go. I don't know if this mic's going to work, but we're heading to the Euros. We're taking over France. We might get... Right, anyway. Yeah, I mean, okay. I mean, I'll tell you, the technical difficulties cannot get away from me. I can't get away from them. Cannot get away with them. But anyway, hopefully the audio and things like that are good. And as I said, if you are watching, please leave a like. I'd appreciate it. Also, subscribe to the channel if you are new. But yeah, Marouane Fellaini obviously looks like he's staying at Manchester United. And also, I mean, Red Army FC said there that obviously, Anthony Martial might be, leaving United, and there has been a lot of speculation over his future. And to be honest, it'd be sad to see Martial leave. It really would be sad to see him leave. I think he's got something to offer the team. He's got, he's definitely got pedigree, and it would be a shame to see him leave. It really would be a shame to see him leave. But unfortunately, I don't know. I don't think it's really going to work out for him at Man United. I think, Jose Mourinho seems to prefer Alexis Sanchez. So I don't think it's going to work out for him at United, unfortunately. But that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. That is the way the cookie crumbles, unfortunately. But as I said, you guys can leave your thoughts on all the transfer news and things. And, you know, the World Cup is coming back, you know, tomorrow with 2 fantastic games on tomorrow. As I've mentioned, France versus Argentina and Portugal versus Uruguay. So it should be a fantastic day of World Cup football indeed. So if you are excited for that, leave your thoughts and predictions in the comment section down below. But yeah, I don't know what to make of the Fellaini situation. Obviously, it's done and dusted, so there's no more debate. There's no more kind of what's good for the club, what's not. Which, you know... Oh yeah, I can't do that, can I? But anyway... But yeah, also, I mean, you know, also talk of Gareth Bale possibly coming to Man United. That definitely has been, you know, talked about. Now, for me, I think most likely out of the clubs he's been linked to, it'll either be Manchester United or stay at Real Madrid. Now, with the new manager coming in, obviously the former Spain manager, the new Real Madrid manager coming in, Gareth Bale might think he's got a bit of, you know, he's got a bit of renewed kind of optimism that he might actually play in the games. He might actually, you know, get some time. So, you know, he might stay at Real Madrid. You never know, but ultimately. Ultimately, I think, you know, if he is going to leave, I reckon he'll leave for Man United, because I think we're probably one of the only clubs who are interested in him and will be able to actually pay the money. So, for me, I think if he's going to leave Real Madrid, I reckon he's going to go to Manchester United. But you guys can leave your thoughts on that in the live chat and also in the comment section down below as well. And just leave your thoughts on any sort of Man United transfer, anything like that. You know, it's good to do a bit of Man United stuff once in a while, because ultimately, you know, during the World Cup, Man United is not the focus, and you know, I understand that, and you know, I like to do kind of regular football content. So, you know, I wanted to do videos on the World Cup, but it's nice to do a bit of stuff on Manchester United as well. But yes, obviously, Fellaini's situation's been sorted out. I would say the majority of Man United fans aren't too happy. The majority wanted to see Fellaini leave. But you know, that's just the way it is, really, isn't it? It's you know, that's the way Jose, and to be honest, Jose Mourinho definitely was probably the man behind the decision. He does seem like someone who really wants to keep Fellaini, and Fellaini for Mourinho is one of his most important squad players, which, you know, is very, very self-evident from the, you know, the amount of pitch time he gets, even though he might not have the best effect. And as I said earlier in the stream, I agree that you know, Fellaini, he really can provide something. You know, going forward, we've seen that against Arsenal and the goals he scored for United over the years, where he's got into the box and caused problems scoring headers and things like that. And I think he definitely has an asset, and he's good at taking the ball down. But when he's in midfield, you know, trying to play technically and passing it around, I just don't think he's up to scratch, to be honest. So, yeah, that's just my opinion on it. But if you are watching, guys, please leave your thoughts in the live chat, also in the comment section down below. And also, feel free to leave a like on the stream as well. That would really mean a lot. But yeah. Shoes off for the boys in green. Alley, alley, and a song they sing. We're heading to the Euros, we're taking over France. We might get hard, but we'll take the fucking chance. Shoes off for the boys in green. Alley, alley, and a song they sing. Heading to the Euros, we're taking over France. I do apologise if you are commenting, I don't know if you are. Oh, you are? Crap. Sorry, lads. My opinion. I forgot. I didn't know that you were comments. I didn't know that you were comments. By the way, I do apologise. Welcome, Fortune. Welcome to stream, mate. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Welcome, Man United fan stand, and welcome, Matthew Coyle. Welcome, guys. Yeah, I do apologise. I do apologise if you were commenting. I can now read your comments. That's my bad. My bad, guys. Fortune says Mourinho and his fucking shit tactics with crap players like Fellaini are the reasons we won't win the league this season. Yeah, I know. That's the thing. Obviously, you know, Mourinho, you know, is obviously the man behind keeping Marouane Fellaini at Manchester United, and you know, as you say there, Fortune, a lot of Man United fans are going to be unhappy with Fellaini staying, and you know, that's just the thing, isn't it? That's what it is. It is what it is, and you know, I think possibly if he's going to be more of a bench player and someone who we can bring on if we are really struggling, but apart from that, I don't see it. But yeah, if you are still watching, and please do keep getting your comments in. It was my bad. The comment thing wasn't actually moving, which is my fault, so I do apologise. But yeah, now it's back on. So if you want to leave your comments, I've just ruined that, haven't I? Oh, for God's sake! Right, I'm gonna have to drag this down now. Right, that'll do, won't it? Okay, good. Right, so yeah. Okay. Mathical says Uruguay even more boring than United. Well, there you go. To be fair, Uruguay, they won 3-0 in their last game against Russia, so there you go. Fortune says no one can be more boring than Mourinho. Yeah, I know, no one can be more boring. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, obviously, if we do end up winning and we do start winning games, then, you can kind of accept Mourinho's boring style of play, but ultimately, you kind of, if like we were at the end of last season, we were really stumbling, and when we're drawing and losing games and we're playing boring, that's when the fans start to get really annoyed. If we actually win that way, then I don't think it's too bad. Welcome Crazy Pizza Gaming, welcome to the stream. Please leave a like if you haven't already, guys. Fortune, Fellaini's a joke. He hates him. Yeah, we know Fortune's opinion on it. And to be honest, I think, Fellaini in midfield for me is definitely wrong. I think Fellaini playing up front, yes, it's definitely not the Man United way, putting crosses and long balls, but if it's effective, it's effective. Welcome Ricky, welcome to Stream Pal, thanks for joining. He says he could have left the announcement to the 1st of July when he said he would have made the decision. He ruined my Friday. Yeah, I mean, we're lucky the World Cup's still on, isn't it? But yeah, I think, obviously the announcement came basically the day after, England got beaten by Marouane Fellaini's team, Belgium. But I mean, look, obviously the announcements happened, the situation's done. I think, my opinion. I think that he could potentially be good from set pieces. I just do not want to see him in that 3-man midfield because we always look shocking. Pedestrian slow when he is in that 3-man midfield. So if he's not in that 3-man midfield, I'm fine with it. But if he's up front, it's alright. If he's in that midfield, hopefully the fact that we brought Fred in means that we can have a decent 3-man midfield of 3 different styles of player who can really help our midfield to help the team to bigger and better things. But also, guys, if you've got any other sort of opinions or anything like that on anything else to do with Man United or anything you want to talk about, please do leave your thoughts in the live chat as well. I know I've gone live a bit later than usual. I was a bit busy tonight, but I do apologise. I was going to go live at 9 o'clock, which is the usual time. Ricky says, if he gets used in the right position, I won't have too much of an issue with him, but we'll see. Yeah, I totally agree with that. I totally agree. I think, if Jose Mourinho, starts to use him in a midfield role and he starts to play week in, week out, I just will not understand it. And with Fellaini in our midfield, I don't think we'll win anything. But ultimately, playing up front, I think if he plays in the box, causing problems in the last, 20, 15 minutes of games, I don't mind it. Matthew Coyle says, unless there is a clause whereby he isn't allowed to play before the 70th minute, keeping him is a mistake. Yeah, well, that's the thing, obviously, against teams like Arsenal and things like that, when you move him up front, he did cause a lot of havoc. He hit the post, he scored, and then he scored again. So, obviously, one of the goals he scored was offside. But, he can cause a lot of problems. There's no doubt about it. And, I think he is one of those players who's kind of Marmite. You either love him or you hate him. And I would say the majority of Man United fans hate him. But yeah, I mean, obviously, another transfer story that can be talked about is the Gareth Bale transfer story. Obviously, again, we've talked about it in the stream just for a bit. The fact that I'd say that if he was going to leave Real Madrid, I reckon he would come to Manchester United. Just because we're the only club who will be able to pay his wages. What do you guys think of Gareth Bale? Do you think he's going to come to United? And also, obviously the Milinkovic-Savic rumours seem to be dying down a bit after his performances in the World Cup. Obviously, Serbia not being able to make it through in the group with Brazil, Switzerland, and Costa Rica. And I don't really think I don't think Milinkovic-Savic really impressed for Serbia. But obviously, we'll see if we do make that signing. And also, I want to get your thoughts on, if you can leave this in the comment section down below or in the live chat, how many more signings do you think we need to make to become a great team once more and to be able to win Premier League and Champions League trophies? Leave your thoughts in the live chat. Fortune says, knowing Mourinho, he'll be playing more minutes than Herrera and Mata. Yeah. That would be such a Mourinho thing. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm going to tell you, I am Mourinho in. I think Mourinho, still deserves a chance. I think one more season, and I think in some ways, if he is gonna fall from grace, I think we need to let him fall on his own sword. I think because, I think we need to let him sign the players, let him make the decisions that he makes, so that, if he does do badly, he falls on his own sword, and he has no excuses, nowhere to hide. So, that's just my opinion on that. So yeah, I think I think we should let Mourinho kind of do what he wants in the transfer market, let him do what he wants, wherever. But if he does get it wrong, he gets it wrong. So yeah. Also, guys, let me know how the audio is as well. I'm trying a different audio because I need to use a kind of plug-in mouse, which means I can't use my USB mic. So yeah, that's annoying. But yeah, I mean, that was just my kind of initial reaction to the Fellaini situation, signing a 2-year deal. Hopefully, we'll get some, interesting, exciting transfer news instead of the kind of possibly depressing transfer news that Marouane Fellaini staying at Man United. But we'll wait and see for that. Obviously, during the World Cup, it's going to be slow. It definitely is going to be slow, and we have to accept that. I think we have accepted that as Man United fans. So, what can you do? What can you do? But, the World Cup content will still be coming. So if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, and also, stay locked into the channel for World Cup content if you are enjoying the World Cup. Obviously, England play Colombia after their 1-0 loss to Belgium, yesterday. And to be honest with you, it was one of the worst games I've watched England play. Not just because, it was a poor performance, but just how boring it was. It really was a boring watch, and it was really unfortunate that happened. Obviously I was happy that we were already through to the group and we didn't have to actually get anything from the Belgian game, but it was just annoying and a bit sad that both teams are basically playing for a loss, really. And yeah, I think, it was annoying. England obviously losing. Adnan Januzaj, former Man United player, coming up with the goods for Belgium. But it doesn't mean we play Colombia on Tuesday, so that is going to be a big test for England. And if we get past that, in theory, we have a very, very, decent run in to the final. But you never know, lads. You never know, because Colombia are a very decent side, possibly without James Rodriguez, which could be interesting. But Colombia is still a very decent team, so we're going to have to watch out for it. But guys, I'm probably going to end it there. If you've got anything more to say, you might be commenting actually. Yeah, you are commenting, I realise. Man, of course, says a good centre mid and left back have to be priorities. He also says right wing and centre back are not desperately needing. Yeah, I know, I agree. I think, I actually disagree. I mean, in some ways I disagree, because I actually think a right winger, I think we do need a right winger, because we don't really have an we don't really have an out-and-out right winger. By the way, I won't be ending. I just realised you guys are commenting still, so I'm not going to end it. I'm not going to end it. Trust me. I'll stay on for another around 5 or 10 minutes. So don't worry. Please leave a like if you haven't already. Right. Okay. I'll tell you the situation. Basically, I've got a new laptop. And basically, what that means is I don't have my Skype account linked to it yet, so I will link my Skype account to it for the next stream. Don't worry about that. But it's also just a temporary solution as well, so I don't want to link everything and things like that. But I will be taking calls very soon, and I might even be doing some hangouts where you guys can get involved very soon. But also, if you want to go check out Daz's channel, link in the description down below if you want to go check out some great Man United, World Cup, Borough content, anything like that, anything that tickles your fancy. Go check that out. Welcome DLM, by the way. Welcome to the stream, mate. Thanks for joining. He says, oh yeah, YouTube notifications are bad. Yeah, I know, guys. I do apologise for that. I mean, obviously, it's not really my fault, but it's really, really annoying. And that is the thing with live stream, isn't it? That is the thing with live streams. Obviously, you get the notifications don't seem to be coming through, and it is really annoying. Really annoying. But I'm just glad that you guys have tuned in. I really, really appreciate it. So every time I see one of you guys comment on the stream, liking the stream, it means so much to me. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Fortune says midfielders and left back are priorities. IMO, yeah, I'd agree with that. Obviously, left back, Delo we signed, although he's more of a, he can play both sides really. Red Army MSC says, so where are we right now, discussion wise? Well, obviously we've discussed, Fellaini. We discussed, I guess what we're talking about now really is where we need to strengthen, So I want to hear what you guys have to think, what you guys have to say. Where do we need to strengthen? What positions are your priorities? We already heard from Matthew there and Fortune as well. But, where do you guys think Man United's priorities should lie, or our priorities should lie in strengthening for next season? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below, or in the live chat as well. I'll be reading all your live chats. Don't be shy. Do not be shy, everyone. Welcome, Sirian. Thanks for joining, mate. Appreciate it. DLM says, I don't mind signing Lee Grant. Obviously, again, someone who's been heavily linked with Man United, Lee Grant, the 35-year-old Stoke goalkeeper. Now, this one really took me by surprise, I've got to say. I was not expecting it, really wasn't expecting it, because, who would expect to sign Lee Grant for a club like Manchester United? I don't know. I really don't know, but... again, I want to hear your thoughts on that. Lee Grant obviously being linked with Manchester United. I want your thoughts on that. For me, I don't know. I don't mind it really. It's not really going to affect. Us, the club, that much. If we saw how much game time Joel Pereira got last season, I don't think it's going to really have a big effect on our season for next year. But there we go. Stuart says, "Who's Matthew Coyle? Your brother?" Yeah. I think so. Yeah, but. I think I recognise him. Yeah, I think I recognise him. No, yeah. Well. As I said, guys, obviously with the notification thing, I think if you click on the bell icon, it'll either say receive some notifications or receive all notifications. If you click on receive all notifications, then I think that'll do the trick for you if you want to make sure you get notifications every time I go live. So if you click on the bell icon and click all notifications rather than just some, then I think that'll work. Main Eye fan stand, can we Skype in? Unfortunately not, my friend. Obviously I haven't got my Skype linked up to this laptop as of yet, which is annoying. But I will try and do that very, very soon for you guys, because I want to get you, I want to get you on I want to get you guys on the streams and things like that, like it used to be. Getting you guys on the Skype calls and things like that. So, definitely I will set up my Skype on this laptop. But yeah, I do think I agree with you, DLM, that the stream seems to be running much better on this laptop, which is really relieving. There's no kind of really there's no kind of lag or anything like that, which is great, which is fantastic to see, which is really good, because the lag really was annoying last time. So it's good to see, and hopefully I can get the green screen back up and working, and we can have all this back up to normal before the start of next season. DLM says, I'm still getting that shirt, mate. Yeah, I know, it's a great shirt. It's a great shirt. I agree with you, mate. But yeah, it's not a bad shirt. I think it was quite cheap when I bought it as well. So yeah. As I said, if you haven't already, leave a like and also share the stream around, all that kind of stuff, all that baloney. But yeah, I'm just thankful you guys are tuning in. Obviously, it's a bit later than usual. Obviously, I wanted to go live at 9 o'clock, which would probably suited a lot more of you. But obviously, I went live a bit later than billed, which can happen when you're busy and things. Red Army MUFC says Lee Grant. Well, Lee Grant, from what I know, he's played in the Premier League. He's a 35-year-old goalkeeper from Stoke, bald man. And it looks like we are signing him as probably our third keeper, maybe backup keeper, I'm not sure. But, it was one that really took me out of surprise. It really did. I wasn't expecting to kind of, get his signature. It looks like we are going to do it, but obviously it's not set in stone as of yet. But, look, I don't know. It might be a stroke of genius. I don't see why it would be, because he's definitely not going to get into the first team with David De Gea in net. So I don't know. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. Red Army FC, totally agree. Not important at all. I don't know why we're signing him, to be honest. DLM says he had a worldie against us at Old Trafford. Yeah, well, I agree. And I think, but to be honest with you, DLM, pretty much every single keeper, comes to Old Trafford and has a worldie against us. There's at least 3 or 4 keepers every season who turn up and have an absolute fantastic game. Ben Foster, when we played against West Brom at Old Trafford and we handed City the title, he had a fantastic game. And just, down the years, especially when we, in the 2016-17 season, when we kept drawing games, there was keepers every single week came to Old Trafford, had an absolute superb game against us. So, that's just what happens. I think Tom Heaton usually has an absolutely fantastic game against us when he plays, which is annoying. But yeah, I mean, it's not really important. I agree. It's not really important about Lee Grant signing. Fortune nailed it on the nail on the head, mate. Total nail on the head. All keepers have a worldie against United. It seems like Old Trafford's such a magical place that it actually benefits the smaller teams as well as us. Which I don't know. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to next season, even after our poor end to last season. I'm still really looking forward to next season. I really am looking forward to it. So I'm hoping we can go into it with high spirits, with a few decent signings under our belt. I'm looking forward to it, definitely, and hopefully you guys are looking forward to it as well. We've brought Fred in, the midfield's looking better. I think we will make a few more signings before the end of the transfer window as well. The pre-season tour gets underway soon as well in July, so we'll be covering that on the channel as well. So a lot more Man United content to come, as well as World Cup stuff, which I'll keep posting as well. But yeah, that's really a roundup of the Man United news, today really, and of the last few weeks. Not too much to report on, obviously, because of the World Cup that's going on. But after the World Cup, obviously, I think there'll be a lot more to report on, a lot more stuff to cover, a lot more things to delve our teeth into. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I am going to end it here. Please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're on the road to 340 subscribers, so any help towards that would be absolutely mint. Thanks for watching, guys. Please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. And, I really appreciate all your support. Everyone who does watch and comments on the streams, I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in a bit.